G'day everybody, SingleIssue Steve here with a gig review. Now it's been a little while since we did a gig review, but we heeded the call. It was one and for all. And recently we went and saw Hammerfall at the Northcote Theatre. Let's talk metal. Awesome, here we are. Now, I didn't go by myself this time. I had an amazing person join me on his journey to learning more about Hammerfall. And it is this bloke. This guy.
An amazing person. Wow, thank you so much.
You are an amazing person. So, Hammerfall, sensational concert. So for my friend Bo, I keep pointing the wrong way, this guy here, he doesn't know a lot about Hammerfall, but I had a spare ticket. I said, mate, you've got to come along and check these guys out. Now, Bo, what did you think of the concert?
Dude, I was blown away, man. I was blown the F away. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, Steve. You messaged me and you're like, I've got a spare ticket. Do you want to come? And I'm like, oh, it's Friday and I'm so tired and I just want to go home and relax on the couch. But it's a free ticket. It's hanging out with you. Like, how could I say no, right? And so I went there and I'm like, don't get me wrong. I always knew I was going to enjoy myself, right? Because it's metal. So, of course, I'm going to. But, dude, this blew me away. It was no shit one of the best concerts I have ever been to in my entire life. And I'm not exaggerating. And,
mate, that is just a great summary of how good they were live. So before I start talking more about Hammerfall, I've got to pay homage to the first two acts that were on before. Now, the first one was Silent Night, who are an Australian metal band as well, very much in that power metal kind of vein. Now, I'll be absolutely honest, Silent Night, sorry guys, you started at 7 o'clock. By the time Bo and I got there, we had to have dinner first because we were dying. So we caught your last few songs, and I've never seen you guys live before. Amazing work. I look forward to seeing you guys next time you tour, 100%. And also, obviously, buying some of your albums and merch and all that sort of stuff as well. Also, too, after that, we were lucky enough to see VAHALORE. Now, I've actually talked to Bo about these guys before, and I saw them when they opened for Blind Guardian and got to see them again. And how good were they, mate?
Dude.
Weren't they awesome?
One member had a flute, or was it a piccolo?
Some sort of wood. Actually, no, it wasn't even woodwind. It was metal, I guess you'd say.
But who's ever thought of a metal band with a flute? And, for those that want to know what I'm talking about, I did upload one or two of their footage. It's not the greatest quality, but go check it out. And if not, go to Spotify or wherever you get your music from and go check these guys out because they were so good. Like, I remember after they played, I went outside to get a drink, and I said to Steve, this was worth the price of admission alone before even seeing Hammerfall. And it's just so true.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know anything about these guys, they're actually from Brisbane. I've touched on them previously in another video, and it's probably folk metal is a great way to describe it. So there's a bit of those power elements, symphonic elements, and also that folk metal kind of stuff. VAHALORE, I think. No.
Okay.
I can never get the spelling right, guys. Yep. I think that's it.
Yep.
So, guys, check them out. Another fantastic Australian metal band. I know we've got a few people who watch some of these videos and they do like to check out local content, but for overseas folks, check them out, guys. They're really, really good. And the flute player, just nothing you'd expect to see at a metal gig, but she is amazing. She's fantastic. Now, on to the feature act. So, for me, I hadn't actually seen Hammerfall before. They came out originally about 10 years ago to Melbourne, and I had the choice of either going to see Iron Maiden or Hammerfall. I couldn't afford both, unfortunately. But I went with Maiden because I'm like, I don't know how much longer Maiden will be touring for. This could potentially be the last time I see them. Actually, I saw them last year as well. So they're still touring and will be for some time, which is a great thing. But I'm so glad I caught these guys live. They were just sensational, and they played stuff from their entire catalogue. They just didn't play the new stuff, or they did actually open up with Avenge the Fallen, which is the title track for the new album. But the second song, Heeding the Call, is one of my all-time favourite Hammerfall songs, and that's off their second album, Legacy of Kings, which came out around I think it was around about 2000, so it's pretty old now. But just their whole catalogue was great. They played Threshold, which is another song that I love. Bo's found a new favourite song, which is Glory to the Brave, which is a fantastic ballad off the album Glory to the Brave. How much do you like that song, mate?
Oh my God. There are two that I'm addicted to, if I may. One of them they didn't play because I've just been listening to Hammerfall for the last 24 hours. But yeah, Glory to the Brave is just freaking amazing. And the other one that's in my head right now is And I Always Will Be. Oh my God.
Excellent
So
ballad.
good.
And that's what the Renegade album, which is their third album, but it just the quality, the sound quality was fantastic as well. Northcote Theatre, if you're in Melbourne, you ever get a chance to go and see live music, go and check out Northcote Theatre because the quality of the sound in that place is absolutely fantastic. And if you watch our shorts for Hammerfall that Bo has recorded, you'll see the quality of the sound. So fantastic place, good venue, plenty of good places to eat and stuff around before as well. It's in a pretty busy strip of shops there, so definitely worth checking out. But I got to say, I agree with you, mate. This is probably one of the best gigs that I've ever been to, and I considered myself really, really lucky to get to see them here in Australia because there's lots of bands which probably over the last 10 or 15 years I never thought I'd see. I mean, I saw Blind Guardian there only a few months ago. I think it was a few months ago. It was a little while ago. You know, I've seen Halloween as well a couple of times. I've seen Sonata Arctica. I've seen some amazing overseas acts that I didn't think were coming out here. And Hammerfall was one of them. I tell you what, bring them well worth waiting 10 years for. They were sensational. If you don't know Hammerfall, they are a Swedish band, power metal at its absolute best. So if you like your Halloweens and that kind of stuff, you'll absolutely love Hammerfall. If you haven't heard them before, make sure you check them out. They've got a very extensive catalogue. All of it is brilliant. You will not be disappointed.
How is their stage presence as well? There is nothing more. There is nothing more than I love going to a concert and seeing the performers actually have fun. Like they actually want to be there, because I've been to a lot of concerts, which I don't know, maybe it's my cynicism, but you can tell that they're kind of just there to do the show and go, you know, be paid, do song, you know what I mean? And the amount of interaction that they had with the crowd, a couple of jokes as well, and all the guitarists, the bass player, the rhythm guitar, and the lead guitar, all together moving around a lot.
Love that.
Yeah, which
that's awesome. Banging the head.
Back in our day, Steve, that was like sort of the given. Like all bands would do that, but bands don't really do that anymore, and it's just great to see, man.
Old school. It's old school stuff. Fantastic gig, guys. Seriously, check out our shorts. Both done some really, really good uploads from the entire gig, which is fantastic. But Hammerfall have got an absolute ton of videos on YouTube to have a look at. The only little thing that disappointed me, just the tiniest little bit, they didn't play one of my all-time favorite songs, which is a very, very popular song called Hector's Hymn, and that friggin' just goes off. So check out Hector's Hymn. There's other great tracks as well.
Oh, but like they ended it with Hearts on Fire, though. That was pretty good.
Yeah, which
First time I heard it.
Funnily enough, it's their most popular song, so a great way to finish the show. But guys, Hammerfall, if you get the opportunity to see them, make sure you check them out. You will not be disappointed. They are sensational, and I cannot wait for them to come back again. Both my kids will be old enough to go to Hammerfall, and they've both said they already want to go, so I've raised them right. Anyway, that's our gig review. Big fella, thank you very much again for not just joining me tonight, but coming to the gig as well. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I knew you would, but I didn't think you'd enjoy it that much. So we got more music to have a listen to. But thanks, everyone. This is us, Aussieverse. What do? Rock on. Stay metal for life.
See you, Steve.
See you, mate.